Hello and welcome in my podcast numero 6. Of course, we're gonna do commentary again. Actually, that's actually the tradition already. We're gonna speak about Tony Hawk games, Story of Windows, Colin Mcrae Rally Dirt games, GTA, Grand Theft Auto, and potential interview series. So let's go. So like you see, I'm doing my first round of TTC. This is the McPlaya edition. And the maps actually are techy again, which is actually good. That's my favorite. And yeah, worth mention also that actually this podcast will be shorter this time. Just I decided to actually do it a little bit of shorter, because I feel like it. So yeah, and I finished the round actually, pretty good. That was my actually the very first try. And yeah, I mean, it is what it is. People finishing. That's what you see actually in every TTC basically. Just waiting for people, just waiting when they're there. That's it. So yeah, like you see, that's the thing. I'm gonna commentate on this round actually. If I doesn't spot anything interesting, we're gonna actually move on from commentating. We're gonna just speak about the things that I mentioned actually in the intro. So yeah, let's see if something gonna happen in this amazing round. That's my round two run. Actually, pretty tight lines, pretty tight turns from me. Um, yeah. Let's see this section. Okay, that was actually pretty good. I keep the speed. That's the important thing in tech. So yeah, and I mean nothing really controversial. Actually, this is the pro gameplay. So I mean, I don't have to actually explain anything. Actually, that's the fucking skill right there, my friend. That's the fucking skill. So yeah, easy man. So I'm moving on from commentating because I mean nothing really happening. It's actually the gameplay is too pro, so that's why I'm moving on to speak about different topics really. So let's just talk about Tony Hawk games. These games actually are pretty awesome. Neversoft actually do really amazing job. Also I can mention the Treyarch, Edge of Reality and Aspar Treyarch and Edge of Reality. They actually make amazing job creating these games. Actually, it's actually huge applause for them because they make really amazing series. However, actually, I can say that the newer games actually kind of like I don't really feel like it. That was actually I have the same. I don't have the same vibe that I was having when I was actually first time playing Pro Skater. So yeah, the Pro Skater one, of course the first the '99 Pro Skater. So yeah. So let's just talk about the Pro Skater 1, actually, the 99. Actually, awesome game. Actually, it's amazing. It's really, really awesome, actually. I mean, of course, if you're a like beginner, actually, like everything actually feels difficult and actually you doesn't know to do it, and you just have to like put some patience on yourself and you know trying to actually do the goals actually, because this is the game all about. You have to do the goals actually. You have to just like, for example, find the tape, the secret tape, and of course, the most famous one, most common one is just basically find the letter of SKATE. So actually, of course, do the combo, and yeah. So amazing Pro Skater 1, amazing, of course the graphic actually, maybe this is not like what actually some people want to see right now, but actually it's still nostalgic. It's still awesome and it's pretty great. It's pretty awesome. Pro Skater 2, it's like it is Pro Skater 2. It's actually just a couple of new things, actually a couple of new features, which actually I really appreciated. Actually, developers actually not trying to do like shit like, for example, EA Sports did to FIFA, because that was like some sort of a, like, you probably heard about it, but actually FIFA 18 is just basically FIFA 17. It's a copy of FIFA 17. FIFA 19 is just basically copy of FIFA 18. Just basically, their product is just basically copy and paste type of stuff. And they might actually one day probably admit that they just fucking do the copy and paste. I mean, nothing wrong with that, but actually it's like some of the things actually looks very too similar, and that's what I doesn't like. But the stuff actually is good. But that's actually an example actually. So this is actually the Tony Hawk Pro Skater actually is perfect example. So they doesn't try to do like some sort of like the copy of the like the first, second, third, or fourth version without updating any graphics, because like I said, let me say this straight, the graphics actually changing year by years. New game engines. That was actually the probably eye opener for these developers. And there was actually huge amount of new technology happening and new technology appearing in the markets, and so it's great, great for developers. And of course the Pro Skater 3, this is basically huge boost of the graphic is so different, it's so much more realistic, because let me say this straight, the Pro Skater 1 2 was just like super pixelated, it was just basically making a really probably, I mean, the game engine that kind of like, I think like, I'm not sure, but I think nobody doing like games anymore, like somebody doing in this type of game engine. I don't think so. I might be wrong about this, because I mean I never really care that much about these things, but I might be right even. You never know. So Pro Skater 3 also was like, Pro Skater 3 actually is still amazing game. It's still awesome. It's actually also very nostalgic. Of course, the feature actually, they add was actually cheat codes, so you can actually basically like put the cheat code and actually just like you can unlock basically any skater you like. But that's kind of like, if someone doesn't like this, then this person will be really pissed about it. So of course there's also cheat codes for Pro Skater 1 and 2, but also like the most common actually, let me say this straight, happening in Pro Skater 3. There's a huge amount of them. Actually pretty cool. Also the new levels, that's actually what I really like in Pro Skater 3. There's actually new levels, and that's what I really like, because I never played these levels, and actually playing there for first time was actually amazing, was great, really awesome. So yeah, Pro Skater 3, amazing game, really awesome. And we're moving on to Pro Skater 4. Again, completely new features, new stuff, it's amazing, man. It's awesome, Of course, the campaign mode, and of course the challenge mode, and many other modes. It's freaking awesome, It's really really great. Also the new levels. How cool is that, man? Completely new levels you can try out. So amazing, man. So yeah, pretty amazing game, and really awesome to play. We're switching to another one, Underground. Underground, another amazing masterpiece. So actually Neversoft actually is on fire. Actually, like I said, I mean nobody actually doing at that time the other like skating type of games. I mean nobody was even close to actually to Neversoft. So actually that was actually beautiful, amazing, and yeah, Underground was amazing also. Also another new features that actually I really appreciated. Actually developers actually still improving game by game, year by year, year after year. You know what I mean? It's development is awesome. It's really really great. And of course Underground 2, that is actually, I would say, I think one of the best games. Underground 2 is actually amazing. The Hook Pro actually is amazing, because you can play. Hook Pro actually having like, you can play basically the levels from Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1, Pro Skater 2, 3, and 4. When I actually remember the first builds, actually there are some levels that actually unfortunately they're actually not available, because like I think like some people probably like maybe having probably trouble to actually importing to the Hook Pro. But still, I mean, it's really really fucking awesome. It's really great. I wish they actually add some, like from Project 8, or like from some other actually titles, Proving Ground or something. That'd be actually pretty great to see that if they actually added. So actually, Also American Wasteland, that was actually pretty awesome. Was actually pretty great, pretty amazing. And the only game that I don't really like was Downhill Jam. It just basically it's a one level, just like it's all about the racing your opponents. It's really not for me. Proving Ground Project 8 was amazing. The other ones was just it's not for me, man. The Ride, Tread, and Pro Skater HD, Pro Skater 5, and the Pro Skater 1 plus 2 or Skate Jam. It's just not for me. It just I kind of feel that actually when Neversoft decided to not give a fuck anymore, or maybe they kind of like maybe it's not because they doesn't give a fuck, or maybe they trying to give a fuck, but maybe like someone decided to just say actually no, we're not doing this anymore. We doesn't give a crap anymore after the Proving Ground, because let me see, Neversoft never do anything to newer games of Tony Hawk. They never do anything to Ride, Shred, on Pro Skater HD. Robomoto, actually, I know what they're trying to do, but it's not there. I think it's just this is the titles that I don't get it really. So that's why actually, if you ask me personally, the Pro Skater 1, 2, 3, of course 4, Underground 2, American Wasteland, Project 8, and Proving Ground are one of the best games. The games like the Tony Hawk Motion, Vert, or Ride, or Shred on HD, or Shred Session, they doesn't need to exist really. So moving on from this, actually, I think Underground is basically masterpiece. Underground 2 is masterpiece. It's amazing. Of course, like I said, American Waste and Proving Ground, actually, amazing games. But the newer titles actually just, for me, that's my personal opinion. It's like something was actually not working really. Something was just like, it doesn't work for me, man. It just doesn't stick to me. Doesn't do just like, when I tried Pro Skater 1, it was just like, I love that. It was amazing. It was great, man. Okay, so we're moving on, and now we're gonna speak about story of Windows. So we're starting, of course, actually with MS-DOS. This is the thing that I'm kind of like, I never really care about this thing, and I never gonna learn this because I don't feel need to do that. I think it's just like I said, this is the only thing that I'm kind of like I don't really like. It's just like it's for like, for example, for like the guys that actually know MS-DOS, they love MS-DOS. This is for them, but for me, it's not. It's just like I need something more advanced. I need something like more actually less actually like less comments. You know what I mean? So I don't have to just like sit in a CMD and just basically like tapping this that. This is the thing that I really like. I don't like MS-DOS. Actually, pretty ridiculous. So we kind of moving on a bit from other Windowses, because other Windowses was just the Windows 2 and 3 is just whatever. But Windows 95, actually I tested in a virtual machine, and actually it's pretty awesome, pretty great. Like, of course it's not for like gaming, it's not for like but actually for like stuff like I don't know, studying something, or just listening to music. I think it should be enough. I actually like I know many people that actually they still have Windows 95. Also, I kind of like discovered a YouTuber, the Nostalgia Mail, and actually he's also like he's a big fan of this old Windowses, and he's actually probably having like fucking 500 computers or something, 500 desktops, of all this like old ass computers, laptops, all this stuff. It's amazing, man. But yeah, it's really great, man. Windows 95 was even I enjoy, because my dad have so I fully actually use it in the virtual machine. Actually, was really enjoyable, really awesome. It just like it's just like nostalgia hit. Basically, it's it's amazing. And of course, Windows 98, amazing system, amazing, great. Also, like very stable. Actually, even though actually I tested actually not in the real hardware, I'll just use it actually in a virtual machine. So, but also actually also stable. It's actually pretty awesome, pretty great, pretty good OS, and yeah. I wanna so I might actually build one day Windows 98 only for myself because there's the game that actually I would really wanna play. It's GP 500. I tried to play GP 500 in Windows 10. It just doesn't work. It's just like skipping frames like crazy. You know, but fortunately, actually, GP 500 working pretty amazing in Windows 98, and it's really awesome. It's really great. Yeah. So yeah. So like you see, actually, you can play modern titles in Windows 98. Just you have to just like do some couple of patches, couple of other things like with the drivers and a couple of stuff, so you can play. You can play even Need for Speed Most Wanted. You can play Underground 1 and 2. How cool is that? So you can play modern titles. So yeah. So also I love Windows 98 was actually pretty awesome for me. I tested fully, and I'm really like I said, I want to actually do something like similar to Nostalgia Mail or the AGR. That was actually another YouTuber. Actually, I just want to test, not only test, but actually I'll just having in it, and I should just like use it fully as I can. I love actually, I really love this old system. I want to just fucking play them and just like use them as much as I can. That'll be pretty awesome. So actually, if someone have like 95, 90, I mean, hey, if you can give me for free, it'll be great. If not, then I mean, hope you're actually open for negotiations. I'm really happy. We're gonna skip Windows Millennium. Actually, I never tested. I don't really feel like it to test it. Just I mean, I don't really care about the system really. So now we're gonna speak about Windows XP, and this is the system that I'm kind of like, I having like, kind of mixed type of feelings about it. Maybe because I was just unlucky because I kind of have actually shitty graphic cards and all this equipment that actually probably shouldn't have. But I mean, it's just basically hit and miss type of stuff. It's just, like I have my first Windows XP in 2006, and actually this computer working for 2 years decided to die. Actually, they fix it, and this computer working for 1 year died again. They fixed it again, working for 2 years, then died again. And this, and of course, again, they fix it again, and they actually in another 2 years decided to be fucking dead again. And you know 2014, trying to use it, and actually it's just starting to not really listen to me. It was just lagging so hard, especially in September and October. Actually, the Windows XP was just basically doesn't really usable. Just like randomly fucking like turning off, and just like sometimes doesn't opening the booting was so fucking long, and also sometimes just basically turning off during the boot, which was it really was really sad, was really frustrating. So I'm kind of looking for like some like more powerful desktops for Windows XP type of systems, because I really want to have like some really powerful Windows XP. Just trying to have like trying to just like have better memories, because I mean the only memories I have from Windows XP was just only bad memories. It's kind of sucks, right? But oh well. Maybe that was actually the computer that actually was probably not for me. So yeah, it will be kind of difficult to find right now. Just like I'm a big fan of actually collecting stuff. So actually that would be actually pretty great to have it actually as another nostalgic thing. I'm a big fan of collecting stuff. So that'd be really awesome to have also like finally stable Windows XP. This is the one thing that I really want to have, before I die. So yeah. So now we're switching to Windows Vista. And this is the system that I never have a chance to fully test it, fully, use it. My friend used it fully and I was actually really happy. So, maybe one day I'm gonna fully use it. I use the system, but actually not enough that I can say that I fully use this. I fully used the Windows Vista. No, I didn't. So, yeah. Of course, the young people, so what they can do, just basically play games, testing games, and we did it. We actually have, fun, playing Quake 3, Arena, and, many other games like Counter-Strike and many, many great other games. And yeah, it is what it is. I'm actually, like I said, I wanna try to use it fully so I can actually maybe try to appreciate more the system. Right now, just I can't because, like I said, I use it only in my friends, in my friend's basement back then. So yeah. Okay, so we switch it to Windows 7, and really, the same thing with Windows Vista. However, actually, I only use Windows 7 actually in the school computer, so I never have a chance to fully actually. I try in virtual machine, but it's like doesn't really like have a vibe or just like doesn't feel the coolness. Maybe I change my mind when I actually fully test the Windows 7, but just like never have a chance really. Also, this is another stable system. That's what I heard. So actually, I want to actually test it. I want to try it. You know. And now it's time for Windows 8. Windows 8 for me was really stable. This is actually, I'm really proud and happy to use it fully. And I was really, really happy to use it actually. I never have a big problems, never had any bad stuff with Windows 8. So yeah, I mean, like, I think there's no point to actually explain this. Why? Because I mean, there's nothing to say really. I really happy with just like the most stable OS that I have. It was actually really fun, really great, really awesome. Yeah. Of course, there was the things like the look of the system was much different than Windows Vista or 7, but still actually, you know, in the beginning actually everything looks bad, ugly shit. But when the time passed, you're starting to appreciate how great Windows 8 was. So yeah, like I said it before, I never had a problem with this OS. Actually, was really great, really fun. So yeah, it's a great system, really stable. I love it. I still love it. And now we're switching to Windows 10. I mean, I'm kind of like thinking what's happened to Windows 9. I was like, why they doesn't care to make it? They instead make Windows 10, which is kind of weird. Because let me say this straight, that was Windows 1, 2, 3, and then of course like 95 pops up. It was kind of like what the fuck type of moment, but still, yeah, Windows 10 is amazing. I'm still using the system. Actually, it's very stable. It's really amazing. You can do whatever you like in this system. Actually, it's for gaming, for study, for whatever you like. It's actually awesome. It's a great system. So I'm still using it. I'm still happy, and yeah. So just the same opinion like Windows 8. I'm really happy about this OS. And the last one for now, hopefully this is not the last forever, and Windows 11. This is the system that I never have a chance to use. One day I'm gonna use it, I'm gonna test it fully. But right now, I can't. I just can't, so yeah. So I can't tell you more about Windows 11 because I never fully tested. So my final thoughts will be basically that actually I'm really happy with Windows 10, Windows 8, and of course, Windows 7 that, I really want to actually fully test it somewhere, hopefully in my normal home, whatever. Windows Vista, 98, 95 also try to get the Windows XP, the more stable Windows XP. So that's it. That's my final thoughts. Okay, so we can move on from Windows, and now we're gonna speak about the story of Mac. It will be as long as Windows story, but I can say this. I mean, I use it only in school, elementary school and junior high school. So yeah, even though I had actually really limited time in school, but actually I was kind of happy to use it. So I was actually really happy, and yeah, so I want to actually try to fully use it. Also, I will try to use actually very different OSs, you know. So I want to try Linux. I want to try, you know, all this like Ubuntu, all this stuff. You know, I want to just try it and use it actually, and try to find it actually the most stable one for myself. And you know, maybe I'm gonna stick to Windows. I don't know. Maybe I'm gonna just like move myself to Mac MacBooks, or just like the, you know, the Mac systems, or you know, Linux system. I don't know. I don't know, man. But actually, just try to maybe one day test as many OSs as I can. Alrighty, so we're done with systems, OSs, and stuff. Now we're gonna speak about Colin Mcrae, Rally, and Dirt games. Another amazing racing series. It's great. It's amazing. You know, I played the first Colin Mcrae, and actually I knew that actually the second and the third and the fourth will be probably even better. And you know what? I was right. How cool is that? So you know what? I can recommend you these games. You know, let's just try the first one. The first one is amazing. You have to try it. It's amazing, amazing fucking game. Of course, from like Colin Mcrae 2, 3, and 4 in 2005, there was just basically like, if you have a, like, for example, statistics, you just basically just going up, up, and up, basically. They doesn't go down. They just like straight going up, up. That's it. So if you like driving in the like gravel on this like different, you know, grounds and different tarmacs and all this stuff, this game can be for you. So Codemasters actually did amazing job. Actually, you know, thank you very much. Actually, Codemasters, actually, you know, the second and the third and the fourth in 2005. Actually, you did amazing job, and actually, it's great. It's fucking awesome. I absolutely love it. Every minute I played these games, and actually, you know, maybe I'm gonna come back to this. I don't know, you know. I have like couple of challenges to do actually in Dirt 1, and I think I'm gonna beat this game. You know, I beat actually Colin McRae Rally 1, 2, 3, 4 in 2005, and then actually I'm actually so close to beat Dirt 1 actually. I'm in a 90 percentage. So I have like, I don't know, like 6 or 7 events to do. And yeah, I'm gonna pass the game. So it's actually, you know, very cool, very awesome, you know. So when I beat the Dirt 1, I will basically gonna play Dirt 2. That's it, really. And when I beat the Dirt 2, I'm gonna play Dirt 3. That's it. You know, I played Dirt 4. However, Dirt 4 actually for my laptop actually is unfortunately too laggy and actually kind of unplayable sometimes. I think I had like 20 FPS maybe. Maybe it was 25, but actually I don't like it. You know, I prefer actually when there's actually huge amount of FPS is actually that I know the game actually working pretty well. So I much prefer actually playing in a very high FPS. You know, Dirt Rally actually was pretty awesome, pretty great. You know, actually this game was actually super stable. Like even in a medium setting, you know, was actually super stable. It was pretty awesome because sometimes medium setting actually can be sometimes kind of draining for your hardware. You know, sometimes you kind of you are forced to use the low setting. It's kind of suck, but actually, if in for this game, for Dirt Rally, actually was pretty good. Even in high, actually was pretty good. Actually loaded every object, everything actually properly. So that was actually pretty awesome, pretty great, you know. So my final thought will be just like, if you like games like WRC, you should also try Dirt games. Actually, you're gonna love it. If you love WRC, you're gonna love also Dirt games, you know. So you should try it. And now it's time to discuss about GTA games. So GTA 1 and GTA 2, actually this is the games that actually are my least favorite games. You know, I don't like this actually like Final Fantasy, Pokemon type of graphics in GTA 1, GTA 2. So actually, yeah, actually just like this is the games that actually nothing will happen if these games actually will not in any existence, you know. But the real success actually happened when Rockstar decided to release GTA 3. And this is so much better than GTA 1 and 2. The storytelling is so much better actually. It's more interesting, more better. The better equals the good. Because you know what's happened actually after that? They released GTA Vice City. And you know what is actually even better? They released GTA San Andreas. You know, when Vice City actually got released, actually I thought that would be the game that actually is actually peak of actually on their franchise. But they released GTA San Andreas, and actually that was their real peak. That was amazing. That was fucking awesome. That was super fucking awesome. I mean, you know, you can actually try to count how many times actually I say amazing. So good luck with that. And yeah. The most important thing about these games was just basically storyline, but also the gameplay features, all the stuff, the completely new stuff from GTA 3 or Vice City. To actually, they actually put these new features in GTA San Andreas. That's the most important thing. Actually, you making a game and also trying to actually do some, innovations. You're trying to put something, completely new that nobody did before. And Rockstar did it. Of course, there were some also different titles and stuff like GTA 4, GTA 5, and upcoming GTA 6. But actually, I never have a chance. I tried GTA 4, but actually, it's actually super laggy, and also like there's like a couple of missing textures happening. I don't know actually if I have actually wrong version or something, but yeah. Like I said, I try one day GTA 4 and of course GTA 5. And hopefully GTA 6 soon. I hope they're actually gonna add in GTA 6 like Vice City, San Andreas, Liberty City. Like that'll be like super cool. That'll be fucking awesome. Like, they probably put like some maps from GTA 4 and 5. I mean, that'll be fucking good, isn't it? Like that'll be sick, man. I mean, of course, the modder's gonna lose their job, whatever. But yeah, I mean, that would be great. I like to see that, because that actually like, I wanna be just like got hit by nostalgia. I love that. Some people doesn't realize how this game's actually ahead of its time. It's freaking great, man. So I'm like, actually, I don't know actually if I wanna just because I'm actually having a plans to maybe buy GTA Trilogy for my PS4, and I have completely no idea if I want to actually buy this or just wait for GTA 6. So maybe they're gonna add the like Vice City and Liberty City. Like I don't know. I have to wait and see. Let's see what's gonna happen. All right, guys. Now it's time for actually important announcement, and actually I'm introducing the new series that will be available on my channel. I'm doing the new, completely new, actually series. That'll be not podcast series. That'll be the interview series. So yeah, actually, I'm actually planning right now to do this. I'm actually keep thinking actually, what type of people I want to actually invite to this interview, and actually still thinking. I might try to actually contact Riolu maybe. Let's see what's gonna happen. Of course, we can try with the famous Netherlands player and the famous Norwegian player. Let's see what's gonna happen. But I can say that this interview series will be really funny. That'll be probably even more funnier than podcast that I did. But yeah, I guarantee you that this will be the most funniest shit you ever see in your life. Trust me, man, it's much better than actually jerking off the Deep 2 on any shitty fucking maps that you play in your life. So yeah, actually, right now I'm just planning that actually this series actually will be available in 2025. I'm not gonna make it in 2024. So yeah, so I will try actually, and hopefully gonna be available in 2025. Actually, I'm keep thinking actually if I wanna, what type of people I wanna just actually invite for interview. I mean, I have already idea with Riolu, have idea with the famous Netherlands guy and the famous Norwegian guy. Maybe like with Kunz, I don't know, maybe Tamarillo, maybe famous German player. I don't know. I'm still thinking maybe poker. I don't know. I have no idea, but actually, I think actually we're gonna beat actually the Mr. Beast and Cristiano Ronaldo actually in basically like 3 days. So yeah, it's up to you. I might also invite John Cena, like a couple of ECW legends. You know, I keep thinking, I don't know, I have completely no idea, but actually it's looking pretty good actually. The idea actually is almost actually wrote it by myself actually. There's actually a couple of actually stuff that I have to do, a couple of words that I have to put it, and yeah, I mean that'll be amazing shit. So I'm actually really excited about this new series, and you should be too. So this new interview series actually will be not like your friendly family like questions. That'll be actually really hard question. Actually, they have to answer them. How they gonna answer them? It's up to them. So like you see, I'm not doing much commentary actually because like you see, actually I'm doing pretty amazing. And actually that was actually much better. Actually, you doesn't see any glitches on this one. So that was the only stream that actually I never have any glitches. I probably have a couple of crazy frame skips, but no glitches. So yeah, so pretty good. And like you see, I mean this gameplay is sick. I mean look at this. Look at this turn. Too good. Yeah. And this turn actually I think I'm gonna release in this one. Yeah, I have to because like I thought that I might crash actually, so like okay I'm gonna release. And yeah, actually moving to the finish line very quickly. Let's see in which place I'm gonna actually finish this. Oh, very high. Yeah, there you go, super high. I'm too good. I'm just too sweet and too good. Also worth mentioning that was the time that I was actually playing for druids. That was also amazing time for me playing with them. And yeah, like you see, we're just waiting when actually this shit actually goes away. There we go. And we're starting this exciting round. Pretty far, very good. Actually, almost touched this amazing object. Just kidding, was not close enough. JK, haha, please laugh at my amazing jokes, thanks. So yeah, this turn was pretty good, pretty awesome. Keeping the speed is really important, and like really like sometimes I don't know what to say about this. I mean the gameplay is too sick, so I'm kind of like it's sick. I mean that's the material maybe for like for example like some people that want actually trying to learn how to be as pro like I am. Yeah, so you know what I mean? It is what it is, man. All right, I found the topic in my brain, and actually I didn't actually speak about Linux. You know, it will be kind of short opinion about Linux, but I can say that actually, I mean Linux was actually pretty good. I was I having a chance to testing the first build of Linux. Actually, the library having the first builds of Linux. So I was actually, I mean, I was actually I liking that, but actually at the same time I was like, I mean, I also get used to Windows, so I was like, I don't want to do this. But I was actually really happy. Actually, you know, the browser working pretty well, all the stuff working pretty well. I mean, you know, but I was like, I'm just sticking to Windows. So just like, you know, Windows actually was, very stable at that time. I mean, I don't know what was the year. I think that was like 2007, 8 maybe. I was super young, but actually I tested the Linux. Linux was she was there. So like couple of first builds of Linux, was actually pretty, like I said it. I explained this before, but was fine, was good, and really that's it. Of course, I heard about the problems about the Linux and stuff. Actually, there was actually some like exploits happening during the first builds and stuff. But I mean, it's fortunately for me, never happened to me. So yeah, maybe just because like maybe someone actually just put some like not right setting or something. I don't know. But yeah, actually. So yeah, that was my short opinion about Linux. And we back to commentating. I don't have a topics really, guys. So just like we're just gonna actually comment a couple of my runs again and again and again. Actually, yeah, I mean, we're just seeing like someone actually show this amazing technique you can actually use actually in the dirt, in the grass. So actually, it's actually very useful technique. So it's actually does this technique. So yeah, and we're starting the next round. And yeah, actually, I'm super happy that this actually thing actually ending right now. I'm super happy. So yeah, and that'll be it. So actually, pretty good run. Actually, pretty sick run right there. I might actually finish really high, preferably. So let's see. Oh, that was actually pretty good. Yeah, that was actually pretty clever. Like it's really impossible to sometimes find the words for like if the gameplay is so pro, you know. So yeah. Um, of course, actually, there's actually pointless moment. The loading fucking shit. The loading screen for another round. Switching to another round, to another. It's boring as fuck. So yeah, yeah, another round, and this will be the round that actually finally will be out, and actually everyone actually will feel relief. I would say, or maybe they'll be really sad. I don't know. I don't give a any single shit. But I can say this: thank you guys for watching, and this will be the moment that actually Bergie actually saw me when I was crashing. That was actually a really weird crash actually, but I having actually a lot of lag in there. I was actually unable to avoid this. But that'll be the end of actually my TTC run right there. And yeah, so thank you guys for watching. Actually, new interview series gonna happen next year. So this is it, guys. Again, sometimes the thank you might be not enough, but actually, I'm gonna say thank you. Thank you to all of you watching this video, and see you next time, motherfuckers!